Everyone, today in this video I am going to discuss you about the title block. Title block is an important element provided on the drawing sheet. It is used for recording and administration purpose. It is drawn on the bottom right corner of the drawing sheets. The title block consists of information like system of projection employed, scale of drawing, checked and approved date, title, etc. The information in title block may also be vary from company to company. The standard size of a title block is 185 mm by 65 mm. So here this is the layout of a title block. So here in this title block will be used for the recording purpose. For example, a construction company will going to handle the large number of the projects. So if you want to know the particular projects details, then they have to be provided by information which is provided in the title block. They will come to know the particular type of drawing and their date will be highlighted in this. So this will be used for the recording purpose, and it also be used for the administration purpose. For example, if you want to go for the construction of any house or any commercial building, we have to get the or we have to seek the permission from the government. So for that reason also we have to highlight all the information related to the drawing, and it has to be duly signed by the engineers. Then only the drawing will be valued, and then only the drawing will be approved. For that reasons, in each and every drawing sheet we have to provide the title block. So this is the layout of a title block. The standard size of a title block is 18.5 centimeter by 6.5 centimeter. So in this we are going to highlight all the information which is related to the drawing. So here in this, on the right side of this title block of about 5.5 centimeter, you are going to highlight the for if you are using for the study purpose, then the student has to highlight the name of the students, the subject, okay, then the semester, the date, and then sheet numbers. And here you have to highlight the title of the drawing, the types of the drawing, the topic of the drawings. Then here the name of the college. Sometimes if it is related to the company, here you are going to highlight the name of the firms, and here the designed number or the types of the designs, then the date, checked and approved by the authority and duly signed by those authorities, and their date and the sheet numbers. And here in this block, the scale that will be used for drawing the object or drawing the plan, those scales will be highlighted here. So as per the dimension you have to draw the title block. So here for this scale block, you have to make the partition of a 2 of a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. So here you have to write the scale, and then the scale which is used for drawing the various plan, elevation, and the cross section or the various different plans, those scales will be highlighted here. For example, 1 is to 100, 1 is to 50, 1 is to 500. The scale which is used to draw the drawing, those things will be highlighted here. Okay, and the width of this scale block will be of a 2.5 centimeter, and the remaining 10.5 centimeter will be used for highlighting the title of the drawings. And here the all the information related to the drawing, those things will be highlighted here. If we are using as a students, we are going to highlight this information. If this will be used for the company purpose, for recording or the administration purpose, here the information will be differs. So in first only I have told you that the title block consist of the information which will be varies from company to company, and in each drawing sheet this title block will be drawn on the bottom right corner of the every drawing sheet. So if this is the drawing sheet, then this title block will be drawn on the bottom right corner of the drawing sheet. So this is all about the title blocks. Next we'll see the different types of the lines which will be used in a engineering drawings, as per the BIA. As per the BIA, this type of the lines will be used for the different applications or the different uses. For example, a continuous thick lines will be used for the visible outlines or a visible edges. The drawings which will be shown with the continuous thick lines. Then continuous thin lines will be used to highlight the dimension lines or the projection lines. So for example, so these dimensions will be drawn with the thin continuous thin lines. So there it is used for highlighting the dimension. Then the continuous thin freehand lines and the continuous thin zigzag lines. So this will be used for highlighting or indicating the boundaries or the limits. For example, if the area is too large, then that area will not be, all the area will not be shown in the drawing sheet because of the limited size. So in that, if you want to show the continuous area, so then that will be indicated with the zigzag lines or a thin zigzag lines or a thin freehand lines. Then the thick dashes, dash lines or a thin dash lines. So this will be shown the hidden outlines. These are nothing but a hidden outlines. This will be used to highlight the object which will not be shown in the drawings. For example, when we go for the planning or we go for the draw of a plan of any building, the plan will be shown at the sill levels. Though above the sill level, whatever the object which are shown in the drawings or in the elevations, those things will be highlighted with the help of the dash lines. Then chain thin lines. So chain thin lines will be used to show or to mark the center line of the roads or sometimes center line of the buildings. Then symmetry lines, for that things it will be used. Chain thin lines and the thick lines. If you want to show the cross section of any buildings, when we have to cut the planes or cut the objects and highlight all the information related to pertaining to that level, for that we are going to use the chain thin lines and the chain thick lines. Then the chain thick lines will be used in order to highlight the areas or the surface where we have to give the special treatment. For that reasons we are going to use the chain thick lines. The next, the chain thin lines with the double dashes. So this is the chain thick lines with the double dashes. So this will be used or applied for the outlines of adjacent part or a centroidal lines and initial outlines. So these are the different types of the lines which will be used in the engineering drawings. Next we'll see the conventional representation of the material. For example, as I told you that in the engineering drawing, we are going to highlight all the technical information related to the size, related to the shapes and the types of the material or the amount of the material which will be used in the construction. For its construction, those things will be highlighted. So here in this, so if we are making a use of different materials, so those things will be highlighted. For example, if we are using a metal, so then this hatching will be used. So this hatching will be particularly used to indicate the use of the steel, cast iron, copper and its alloys, then aluminium and its alloys. If we are using this type of material, those things will be highlighted in the drawing by mentioning with this hatchings. Okay, next, this hatching will be used to highlight or used to indicate that the material which is used is a lead or a zinc or a tin, etc. So these are the both hatching will be used to indicate the metals. Then this hatching will be used wherever this type of hatching is shown in the drawing sheet, then we should come to know that there will be a use of a glass. So a layman also can understood that they are using the glass. Then this two hatching will be used for packing and insulating materials. For example, this hatching will be used for the porcelain, stoneware where we are using a marble, slate, etc. For that, this will be indicate that we are using the marble, slate or the stonewares. Then for the concrete If you are using a concrete, for example, if we are using the concrete in our lintels and the slabs, columns and beams, there we are shown by those things. Concrete will be shown by this hatching. So then we come to know that we are making use of the concrete. Then the liquids, for example, water, oil and the petrol, these symbols or this hatching will indicate that we are using the water or the oil or the petrol. And this type of hatching will be shown for the wood or the plywood. Next, so this hatching will shown for the stone masonry. For the when we go for the highlighting of the foundation details, there we are going to hatch this footing with this symbols or with this hatching. So this indicates that we are using the stone masonry. We are going for the stone masonry for the foundations. If you go for the superstructures, there we are using the bricks. So then this hatching will indicate that we are making use of the brick masonry. So these are the conventional representation of the material as per the BIS, that is the Bureau of Indian Standard. We have to make use of this hatching during the highlighting these metals in the drawing sheets. So this is all about the types of the lines, title block and the conventional representations. Okay, thank you.